Hey, beautiful people of the internet, how are you guys doing today? Hopefully great, and welcome back to some more Warframe. So of course we are going to be talking about 5 great starter weapons. So if you guys are brand new to Warframe, then this particular video is aimed at you guys. This was a requested video by a Discord member. Their name is Telly. Shout out to you. So if you guys would like to go and suggest more videos and get a shout out just like how Telly did, go and join a Discord server. There will be a link down in the description. But before I continue with the video any further, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys would like to support me or the channel any further, remember to leave a like on this video, as this does help me out substantially. Spot and click the subscribe button for more Warframe videos and streams. Without further ado, let's get this one on the road, shall we? So taking up our number 5 spot is we do have the Beachz. So if you guys are into covert operations or like to be part of the SWAT, then the Beachz is the best weapon for you guys as a starter Warframe player. Because what makes this weapon unique is it has a unique attachment or a built-in silencer. Now it is also an SMG, so it relatively does have a high rate of fire. This is a double-edged sword, as not only does your DPS does increase, but of course you will be eating right through your magazine and your ammo reserves like an absolute beast. But that's not really going to be too much of an issue, as while I was playing around with the Beachz, I didn't really have that particular issue. I know the AoE got a massive nerf when it comes to ammo drops and ammo pickups, but hey, the Beachz is one of those weapons that didn't really get hit too bad. Taking up our number 4th spot is the Estilla. So this was a signature weapon with Gara, and because we do have Gara Prime, we do have Estilla Prime. Don't worry about the Prime yet, as you guys are still new to Warframe. I do suggest you guys go and complete all of your other quests. By the way, if you guys would like to go and see the recent quest gameplay, there will be a link down in the description, and of course it will be suggested to you guys at the top right. So go ahead and take a look at those suggested videos. So naturally, I don't really suggest, to a beginner player that the fully automatic shotguns are great, but hey, the Estilla is an exception. Normally, I would go and suggest people to go and use the regular Tigers, as it does go and deal a ton of damage, but hey, most of the people out there probably have terrible accuracy. I'm definitely one of them, as I am a relatively lazy player. Now, the one downside to Estilla is it is a relatively high mastery requirement of 10, but hey, once you guys go and get this weapon built, you'll have a ton of fun. Not only is it fully automatic, it also has a 10-round magazine, so therefore you guys can go and aim in the general vicinity of the enemies, and you guys can go and decimate them. On top of that, it does have a main damage output of slash. Taking up our number 3 spot is we do have the Pandora. Now the Pandora, this is one of my favorite pistols, mainly because of the fact that it's got this alternate fire, where basically whatever is left in your round, or whatever the amount of ammo is left in your chamber, you can basically then go and fire them in one single rapid succession, just like how those those OG cowboy repeaters work, where you basically take the weapon and you just hit the back of it like relatively crazy. The Pandora does do that. Whether you guys have a full magazine, half a magazine, or even a single chamber, you can still go and fire out the remaining bullets in your single chamber, which is relatively cool. Pandora, solid weapon, mainly because of the fact that it deals lots of crit, many favors in slash damage, and overall has a very, very, very fast, weapon reload speed. And overall, I do suggest you guys go and get it. Is a mastery 8 lock, so you guys can go and get relatively early. Taking up our number 2 spot is the normal Nakana. Now unfortunately, I don't really have the normal Nakana at my disposal, mainly because of the fact that you can go and use the regular Nakana to go and build the Dragon Nakana. Now the Dragon Nakana is obviously a massive upgrade to that, so of course, why not have the word dragon in your weapon? And I mean, that is a cool weapon. And if you ask me, if you guys are gamers, you probably are some anime fans, so by using a katana, you guys will feel like an absolute demon or an absolute badass dude walking around just absolutely slaying Grenier left, right, and center. Overall, the katana does hit relatively hard. Not the hardest, there is other powerful katanas out there, but hey, the Nakana is a mastery 4 requirement, which does favor in slash damage and also does have a relatively high critical chance. But given today's mods, you can make any weapon overpowered and don't have to worry about ever losing damage whatsoever. And finally, taking up our number 5th spot is the normal Guillotine. Now, excuse me, just like how the Nakana is, I don't have the regular Guillotine at my disposal. So what you guys are seeing here, or will be seeing later on is the Guillotine Prime gameplay. Now the Guillotine is a very powerful weapon. It is a massive sword which deals lots of damage, and of course you guys can go and mod for status if you want, which does have a main damage output of slash. However, why not go and mod the weapon for both of them, as not only will you be dealing a lot of damage, but of course you guys will be saving up on a ton of Forma. Now the Guillotine is a mastery rank 3 weapon, and by you guys going and building it, which you guys can go and get from the store, then you guys can go and build it and just go and wreak havoc on Warframe. And of course the weapon, for its size and the amount of damage, because let's be honest about one thing, size does matter, and the Guillotine is a mastery rank 3 weapon. So once again, if you guys are new to Warframe, Bird in the Corner and the Guillotine are some really solid weapons, and you can't go wrong by going and building them. Of course, with the Guillotine, you have to go and prioritize a bit of attack speed, mainly because of the fact that it is a big heavy weapon, and its one downside is the attack speed, because remember, because it's massive, it's probably bigger than your body, then you can go and take forever to go and swing. So ladies and gentlemen, those are the 5 great starter weapons. Of course, this list can be varied based on anything else. I remember there's around 700 plus weapons in the entire game, so I just picked 5 from what I currently have. So any weapon is relatively good. Let me know if you guys would like to go and see a part 2. Ladies and gentlemen, remember to leave a like on the video, as this does help me out substantially. Spartan, click the subscribe button for more Warframe videos and stream, and also do go and take a look at the Discord server if you guys would like to go and interact with me, suggest a video, or get a shout out. Of course, go and join the Discord server. Make like a banana and split.